This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby. Thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way. Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Oh, right. This method does seem a bit unsafe. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Is this an answer from this world?
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad. You, over there! This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Freeze!
Flame. Incinerate.
Who goes there? Take the target alive!
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
Attack! The triad! Disappear! To arms!
Motion to compel.
Take the target alive!
Invisible evidence.
Dodge this! Cool it!
Attack!
Don't get frostbite! Dodge this!
Take the target alive!
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liu Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liu as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But... Wait, that's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture! We need to get one. Not to curry...
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... well then. May we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night! Sugar-frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches. Look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious! That's the one!
Freeze! Cool it!
Ready, steady, go!
Freeze!
I'll protect us.
Dodge this! Freeze!
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that? seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Incinerate! Wrap up the flame!
With the wind! Oh, so sorry.
Boom! Motion to compel!
Dodge this! That was... You're open! Freeze! You're open! Wind blade! Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure?
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now comes in a beautiful package. Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
Let's dance.
Though the clouds may darken and light turn to gloam, still the moon over the
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianheng, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the Seven changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue, indeed, it seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take...
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue, spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on... But research on the Sigil of Permission? Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Oh, you really... Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon. Anyway, we'll see if you're on. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there. location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Don't get frostbite.
Motion to compel. Boom! Breath of the flame.
Freshness preserved. I will end you. Let's end this quickly. Take cover. Let's not waste time.
Motion to compel.
This first.
Freeze!
Boom!
Cool it!
I slipped up.
Freeze!
I must collect myself.
Cool it!
Almost. Freshness in this quickly. Now you're not going anywhere. Frozen.
Windblade!
This isn't good.
Incinerate!
This will never be frozen. Dodge this!
Motion to compel!
Disappear! Windblade!
Let's dance! Come on! We can do it!
Use this first.
Freeze!
Flash frost.
What's the hurry? Windblade!
Don't get in the way. That seemed to work.
Let the show begin.
Use this first. I must
Incinerate!
This is trouble.
Inadmissible
Shouldn't get careless. Have a load of this. Detoxifying heat. Winsblade. You need to hurry up. Cool it. This one's well done. You need to
Go, Frozen, go!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Shouldn't get careless. Cook this through.
Breath of the flame!
Go on! Give me a go!
Dodge this!
Not breaking a sweat!
Motion to compel. I'll protect us.
This should be fun!
Boom, boom!
Cool it!
Motion to compel. Let's dance. La 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 la. Incinerate.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Windblade.
Dodge this!
My duty at an end.
There are so many talismans. Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did it... Oh, that's right. Talisman. Maybe the being able to channel and the last... Let's go!
Freeze!
Boom, boom! Let's appraise the value on this.
Dodge this!
With the wind!
Motion to compel! Boom, boom!
Right on time. I myself, did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy place.
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang?
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on...
Oh, so...
She said...
Indeed, contrary to... Although she's friendly. Yes, she is. It said that she's the one...
The Jade Chamber is only...
Why, Mora.
All Ningguang talked about...
That is how the Fatui have... No matter what they...
So, is there anything we...
Yes, as a matter of fact...
Glaze lilies. Oh, right.
No. Those lilies, Dihua Marsh used to be before the Archon. Of course, there aren't wild glaze lilies, but I'll need your assistance in gathering. No, I need...
So, really?
We'll only know one...
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Lewis?
Motion to compel!
Wind blade!
Incinerate!
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck. Cool it. What's the hurry?
Motion to compel!
Dodge this!
Boom boom! Incinerate! Boom boom!
Don't get frostbite.
Incinerate!
Those weren't glaze lilies.
This little monster, it... The glaze lilies used it...
Well, that's...
Unfortunately...
That's so...
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's...
Hello, traveler. Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Nope. We found the way on our...
Oh, I see. Uh-oh.
Huh. She's acting different.
Oh, well, I met...
You came all the way out here to see the flower?
Yujing Terrace is where whenever my duties take...
Oh...
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end... Yes. The other 5, of the current 7 Archon. This means that Leo...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? As a mortal, but as an Adeptus, I think I will...
Huh? Did you...
Yes, after the war ended, I saw... Well, I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We...
Oh, so did you sing a...
Indeed, I did.
Wow, so you really know...
No, it is you who... If you would excuse me.
And that just about... Given the ease of picking glaze...
Yeah, Paimon can already...
I've had... Beginning a new undertaking, so you must be careful to...
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds... Alright, I think it's...
Ah, you're the Millelith are watching our every...
Desperate time?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. However, both sides were quite...
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge them.
Surely the Liyue chief...
Their boneheadedness...
And what now?
That's all. She proclaimed that in these only now do they want to start... Anyway, Mr.
It looks like things are about to boil.
Do you intend to use your... Neither path is...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli...
Things are taking a turn for... I'm afraid I must leave. Consider your next course.
So what does Zhongli mean? Oh, Paimon gets it. He must be waiting for... But where could we find... Where would he go at a time like this? The golden? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed this is where all of Tibet's more... Oh, so it's a trick. But even if we... Or better yet, take a nap... Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh? Look! Uh-oh. Quick, we have to...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but, where, if it weren't for that love... stopping...
So you've been planning to take...
As one of the... She will get that which she... I'm not asking the time for discussion and either way. With the battle.
Battle? So...
When Senor... Instead of confronting you direct... When she faces a worth... But as for me...
We won't let what happened...
Oh, so... Besides, you could never... Fighting talk, I love... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Cowering already?
With the wind!
Incinerate!
Run all you like!
Motion to compel!
Try this! Cool it!
Oh, come on!
You've made
We
some
can do
progress.
Incinerate!
You're wide open. Freeze. Windblade. So quick to flee.
Yikes! Motion to
shot.
compel!
Try this. Passable effort. A fine opportunity. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more serious. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. No use hiding back there. Disappear! You've got some skills. Cool it.
Boom boom! Time for your arraignment! Let's dance!
Freeze! You've got some skills. Dodge this! All you do is run. Cool it! I'll crush you! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you!
Let the show be.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Freeze!
Boom boom!
What's the hurry? Cool it! Don't get frostbite.
Die here.
Don't push your luck. Cool it.
I can't stop now. They need me.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this!
Wind blade!
Freeze!
Let's dance. Boom, boom.
Dodge this! What's the hurry?
Incinerate.
Die here.
Inadmissible evidence. Boom, boom.
Freeze!
Let the show begin.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity, and now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any. You had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter where it.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, you already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, given that the Gnosis wasn't taken. In fact,
What? So you mean?
yes, it seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce, as such.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never. The truth is, unfortunately, we cannot.
So what are you planning to?
I will awaken the god.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned. If such an ancient god would be unleashed upon Liyue, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti! What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All
Enable Millilith! With me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Incinerate!
Dodge this! Push your luck.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Cool it!
Wind blade! I miscalculated.
Boom boom! Let's dance!
Dodge this! That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
I will end your run.
Breath of the flame! Motion to compel! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow! It's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! Looks like I... Put your back into it!
Go! Incinerate!
It isn't my duty. At an end.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle. Oh, so.
Freeze!
Boom boom! Breath of the flame!
Exercise caution! I I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Looks like I went too far.
Come on, we can do it. Inadmissible evidence.
Cool it.
Look at me.
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Motion to compel.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came?
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only—
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but what if a child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out? But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the... Deptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't...
Doesn't the Northland Bank... Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the... Do you think he doesn't know about... We had better go and make...
Thank you. So very much.
Bang! And with that, the fate of our brother must see.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers. Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy? Oh, it seems that's...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... you!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. Ah, right.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liua was nearly...
Paimon knew that we should
Oh, now don't say that. Besides, I thought we were nothing personal. We just... The real deceivers here are So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty... You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I found it. Even boulders that can withstand until one drizzly day, I stood motionless.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider, was Liyue the city? So I feigned my own death. Indeed I was. That's right. Which is why I...
So you mean that it...
Of course. And it would have been just as a child quickly matures...
In the end, the resolute... Take the Adepti, for instance. Credit is also due to... This meant I could remain as Zhongli. All of these things turned out... I had expected them to... They seized the opportunity to... Huh? On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Hey, what about me?
I think that thanks would be... If you hadn't created the
Huh? Just two-sider, be that as it may. You've come...
Well then, with the no...
Fine.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there...
Right! As Zhong...
Realistically speaking...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for you.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the...
Yes.
Say.
Now that... I mean, it'll still...
forget...
come... There's only one real possible... Fatui? Shh. Lower your...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soul, gods and adept rumors and hears having been thwarted in his nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
So that something feels off. Could the Qi Sing or did Zhang exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts.
We, the people of Liyue, were in the long... Now that we have awoken from... Will you stand with us as...
So concludes the words of her... Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have any...
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price. You...
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
As for the...
But it seems... Well...
Perhaps...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their... And here you are looking...
Right. If the two of you can spare the time. You're right.
But why would Mora...
As the Rex... When I was journeying with...
Oh, no one? But since you weren't used...
Well, we were only in the city of commerce, the Archon Morak. I will treasure the memories that I made it. That is true.
Paimon?
I fear that continuing your... Yes. The Electro Archon...
Paimon?
That is the case.
That said, Zhongli, since...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with But if a person shows... This is what visions...
Uh-huh. That's how...
But starting from last year...
Vision hunting?
Yes. It was...
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the...
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of... The fact that even I, knowing her... 7 ideals... All right then. Was... That said... I hinted as much. How did I accomplish that? All right then. Was... That said... I hinted as much. How did I accomplish? All right then. Was... That said... I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that? All right then. Was...
Yeah, about...
These are indeed... I've heard that Ningguang... All right then. Was the time of the... Kuching is absolutely... Now. Could the original... All right then. Was there...
That's right. Since Morax... Also, isn't
the Mora present now will...
This is...
Yes.
Then, did you at least...
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't... All right then. Was there... Well then.